All right, we are officially live. Thank you, everyone, for joining. What a great night last night. The three of us went through all games. I think there were 9 games last night. We all gave a pick for all 9, and all of us finished plus units. I finished plus 1.22 units, and I got last place. That just shows you how well we were seeing the board last night. You can see this guy right here. He's betting that Beaver ends tonight with the most units. A bold play. That's coming in at plus 450 because it will never happen.
Yeah, that's quite the bet. But I do like the slate today, so hopefully, hey, maybe we all have a good slate.
15 games. It's hard not to find some value with 15 baseball games. So there's a lot of games, so I'm not going to ramble. We're just going to jump right into the first one, which is Pirates at Marlins, Stratton versus Castano. Prop Beaver, you're apparently the favorite, according to the crowd, so why don't you start us off?
All right, so I got 2 bets in this one, both for 0.5 units. The first one's going to be the Pittsburgh first 5 team total over 1.5 at minus 115 for a half a unit. Toast knows what's up. And then I'm also, strangely enough, I'm not taking the full game over, but I'll take the Marlins team total over 4 at minus 115 for a half unit.
Wow. So you're on a couple of over bets there in this one. Do you care to explain why?
Yeah, so I'll explain why. I mean, the Pirates have been seeing lefties really well lately. They've hit this total in their last 4 or 5 games against lefties and their last 7 to 10 as well. Daniel Castano is not a guy he's all right, but he's not a guy I'm exactly impressed with. His worst spots at home versus lefties, and honestly, I don't know who the Pirates manager is, but that guy is not afraid to send out lefties against the lefty. He did it against McClanahan once, and he also did it against another lefty that they faced where I was watching the game, and I was pretty impressed, honestly, because he knew that the lefty Eric Shelton. Well, Shelton impressed me in those games. Castano's allowed this in 4 straight starts, so I see some value there at a pretty cheap price. And then this Miami team total over is just a pure fade of the Pirates bullpen. This is going to be a bullpen day from the Pirates, a bullpen that's 30th in ERA, 29th in OBP and slug, and 3rd in home run per 28th in home run per 9 allowed over the last 3 weeks. If there's ever a time for the Marlins to have some self-respect and score some runs, it'd be in this game.
All right, solid. I'll go second because I'm actually, I wouldn't say I'm on the other side. So I don't know if you guys noticed yesterday, I went 2-0 my SGPs. I'm a same game parlay god. I'll just lay it out there. I got a feel for them, and I got one in this game. So I like the Marlins to bounce back after a tough loss. What, they lose 6-1, right? Tough loss to take that at home against the Pirates. Now, the Pirates aren't as bad as they are at other points in the season or in other years, but still, I feel like the Marlins as a whole want to be winning series against the Pirates in Miami. I feel like they got the better starter on the mound in Castano. The only problem here is that minus 160 price. I refuse to pay it, so just to make it a little more of a more valuable bet, I got, let me get ready to type it. So I got Marlins money line with under 12.5, and that comes out to be minus 110 even. I'm going to put 0.75 unit on it. I mean, I just didn't like the minus 160, so I literally did that just to get it down to minus 110. Marlins money line under 12.5, same game parlay, 0.75 units. Toast, bring us home. Yeah, and for those of you who follow me on social media, I have to apologize to Toast for messing his standings up because I had him going 7-2. He actually went 8-1 in bets, so he actually was, I believe, over plus 5 units last night. If I had done it correctly, I had him 4 point something. So my fault.
I find it weird that Kyle only steals units from Toast. I think it's disrespectful.
Or maybe
no. Kyle's never missed a pick ever of his own.
Hold on.
Never.
That's complete bullshit. You want to know why? You wouldn't even notice if I stole units from you, Beaver, because you don't even watch the results video. He came over the one day.
Yes, I do.
He doesn't watch them. He came over.
Yes, I do.
Next game, we got 15. I don't have time to just sun Beaver and point out his lies. Next game is Reds at Yankees. Toast, you want to start us off here? Wait. Talk, Toast? Oh, they can't. I don't think they're saying they can't hear him right now. Let me open up. No, that's weird. For some reason, your mic's not coming through. Talk for me? No, it's not. And Beaver, can you talk?
You talking to
Yeah, so it's just Toast. What the hell is that? No. Here, you know what? I'm going to Toast, disconnect from the rendezvous and come back in, and we'll do you last on this one. Okay. Prop Beaver, you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start us off. So I tweeted this out last night because I wanted to get a jump on the line. Garrett Cole over 7.5 Ks at -142. I put 1.25 units on that bad boy. I am very confident that Cole reaches this mark.
Did you say over 7.5?
Yeah.
Wow. And what's the odds?
-142.
And you put a full unit?
1.25.
What?
Yes, I'm very confident he hits this. And then I also put Garrett Cole to record a win. It was at better odds earlier, but now it's at -145.
Okay.
And I put 0.75 units on that.
Holy shit, man. You're laying some bread on Garrett Cole.
I think that this is just an insanely good spot for him. This is a lineup he owns a 308 OPS against in over 40-plus plate appearances. The Reds looked good against Shane Baz, but I think that was more Shane Baz just honestly having a really bad day. Now they're going to be in New York. This is not Great American Ballpark. Not everything flies out. Of course, they have a short porch, but Garrett Cole pitches so much better at home. And the reason I like that K line a lot is he's hit it his past 5 or 6 games, averaging about 9. And now he's going against a Reds team that has allowed, let me just go ahead and get the stat. So the Reds have allowed the last 9 to 10 right-handed pitchers against them to hit their over. And they just allowed Scherzer, Walker, Morton, and Strider to all hit this with ease, going into double digits, averaging 10.25. Garrett Cole's nasty at home. This is a very strikeout-prone lineup. I expect them to dominate. And then in terms of the win, I'm getting a -331 favorite, and now at -145. I see Garrett Cole pitching 7 innings in this bad boy. And every edge is leaning towards the Yankees. Bats, pitching, bullpen. I mean, I just feel like I got it at -120 earlier. I thought that was a steal, but I'll still take it at -145. That's my way of playing the Yankees in this one.
Solid. Toast, can you give us a talk? All right, Toast, try talk. Yeah, I think you're back. Let me just check. Give me one more testing. Oh my God, why are you? Oh wait, I think I fixed it. Try it again. Again. Why is it not coming through? It's not coming through. I don't understand why. For whatever reason, you're not showing up in the thing. Fuck.
Fire whoever's editing the show. What the hell? I'm just
Bro, we don't have an editor. We're doing this on the fly. All right, so, well, anyway, I'll speak for Toast because I know he's betting. He put it in the comments. He did a Blue Jays, Yankees money line parlay, right? And
yes.
What are the odds on that?
+102.
And how much you betting on it?
0.75 units.
Beautiful. All right, cool. I don't know why Toast, maybe like reboot your computer or something. We have your bet for this one. I'm going to talk for a second and then come back in. Try that. That sucks. I don't know why the hell that's happening. Anyway, so for this game, yeah, I mean, I agree with what Prop Beaver said. It's really hard to find any reason to bet the Reds, and trust me, I was searching. At that price, like, I would love to bet the Reds. Trust me. Plus 262. Damn. But the thing is, it's just not there. The Yankees coming off 2 straight losses to Boston, then a day off. You know this team's not going to want to lose a third in a row. At home with Garrett Cole on the mound. Garrett Cole. I'm going to talk for a second. Garrett Cole at home has been just an absolute monster especially against bad teams. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the under in this game, and I got it at 8.5 for minus 110. So that's what I'm taking. I feel like in order for that under not to hit, that the Reds are going to have to score at least, I think the Yankees will have to score at least 6 or 7 runs for that to hit. So I'm basically taking the Yankees team total under 7 because I don't think the Reds are going to score more than 1 or 2. That's my reasoning behind that. Oh, I didn't put how much. I'll put 0.75 on this. Don't love it, but it's not terrible. All right, let's move on to the next game where we hope Toast Mike is working. It's Mariners at Nationals. Toast, start us off.
All right, let's try this one more time and see if it works. All right, we're back. Okay, I understand that Julio Rodriguez is not playing for the Mariners, but I'm still playing the Mariners on the money line at minus 110 for 0.75 units. I understand how well Josiah Gray has looked and whatnot, but if you're taking a look at guys who are pitching well, Chris Flexen has pitched well for almost 2 months now. On the road or at home, and the Mariners are just playing with too much confidence right now. Not a fan of Washington, especially at home. They've played a little bit better recently, but at the beginning of the year, they were one of the worst home teams in the baseball. I'm just taking the hot team at a cheap price.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go second because I don't understand. I'm betting the exact same thing, and if this is a trap, so be it. But you have a Seattle Mariners team that's won 8 straight baseball games, a Seattle Mariners team that's 16-3 in their last 19 games. This team is red hot. They're like low-key under the radar hot because not a lot of people are talking about it. They're killing the ball. The Nationals are, if it wasn't for Oakland, I'd say probably the worst team in baseball, but I always reserve that spot for the Oakland A's. The Nationals are a bottom 3 team in the league. I don't even care that Josiah Gray is pitching because Flexen's pitching for Seattle, and he's been solid for a month and a half now. This price seems like a gift to me. Actually, I'm not even scared that this is a trap. I don't care. I'm going to full unit on it. I'm switching. Just because, the Mariners might be the best team in baseball over the last 19 games as far as record goes against Washington. No way. Beaver?
Yeah, I'm on Seattle with you guys. I just don't understand it. If all the money was on Seattle, then maybe I'd be a little more hesitant. But this is ridiculous. We're talking about Chris Flexen, who, in my opinion, I'm not the fondest of Mr. Flexen, but he's been pretty decent thus far. And he's also better versus lefties. He's going to be seeing 6 of those today, so I like that. He's coming off his best start of the year. He should be pretty confident. Josiah Gray, there is no worse spot on the planet for Josiah Gray than at home versus left-handed batters. It is terrible. He's going to see 6 of them today. In those spots, he's got a 977 OPS, a 2.7 home run per 9, and what's really sticking out to me is this 19.3 walk rate. That is terrible. He's also got just the 18.6 ground ball percentage in these spots, so as you can see, they're hitting them. I'm going to go with the Mariners money line for a full unit. Seattle has the clear bullpen edge as well. Everything's working for Seattle in this game. If I lose, I lose, but I'm willing to put a full unit on it. This is one of my favorite spots today.
Nice. So we're all on the same page there. Love it. Everyone on the Mariners money line. Let's cruise on to the next one. Phillies at Toronto. And I'll go first because this one's quick for me. Really delayed getting the starting pitchers up for this one. for both teams, actually. It's looking like it's a bullpen day for Philadelphia, and it's looking like Jose Barrios is going to be throwing for Toronto. I'm going super square with this play. I don't love it. It's probably only going to be a half unit. The value that I found, Jose Barrios, if you just glance at his numbers, it looks like he's having a subpar year, but his numbers at home are definitely solid. That being said, I am just going to go very simply the Toronto Blue Jays on the first 5 on the run line at minus 125.
On the motherfucking run line.
On the run line. So just a half unit though, because there's so many games, there's no reason to force units out there. This is, I don't love this one.
Yeah. I'll go second. I wanted to create some value here as well. So as Salt said, I was looking at some Barrios numbers, and then I started looking at some Barrios props. And the one that stood out to me was Barrios to record a win plus 145. I'm putting a half unit on that. He's won his past 4 or 5 home games. So when he plays at home, they not only does he tend to pitch better, but the Toronto bats seem to hit for him, which is weird considering.
Did you say plus 145? Plus 145?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
What?
And a half unit.
That seems like a gift.
Well, Cole's -3. It was -333 for that game, and I got him at -120 this morning. I think that's an underutilized market. I'm going to be looking into that more.
To record a win?
But, dude, yeah, because if we're getting plus 145 on a -190 favorite, I mean,
right.
I like that. Yeah, so during that road trip, the 4 starting right-handed pitchers for the Cardinals held Philly to a 1.93 ERA and a 0.89 whip through 28 innings pitched. Mr. Barrios has definitely been inconsistent this season, but as we both just said, he's so much better at home. At a plus 145 price, I'm having a hard time not putting a half unit on it.
I like that too. I'm probably going to tail Beaver on that one. That's for plus 145 against a bullpen Philly bullpen day. All right, Toast, where are you on this one?
I actually really like the Blue Jays. I'm going to take a -1.5 at plus 100 for 0.75 units. You guys hear me like a broken record talking about teams coming home from road trips. Well, guess what? Toronto coming home from a road trip this year, 6-0, scoring over 5 runs a game. Phillies, a bullpen day. I understand they've been a little bit better, but it's still the scumbag Phillies. Oh, by the way, they'll be missing guys like JT Realmuto too, who's their catcher. So I think that could cause even more problems for them. Yeah, I'm all over the Blue Jays here today.
Cool. Not only that, but they're missing Bohm as well, and they have to start Munoz, who's just not nearly as good as a hitter.
Yep. To answer this question, did we recap wins and losses from yesterday? Yeah, that's every day. You can find it on any one of all of our social medias because they pretty much share it every time. But Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, so I had plus 1.22 units. Beaver had like plus 1.65, and Toast was over 5 units. Toast slaughtered yesterday. Next game. Red Sox at Rays. Toast, why don't you start us off?
I'm going to continue to ride the Rays here at plus 100 on the money line for 0.75 units. Chris Sale, obviously a good pitcher, but I guess it'll be his first game back. He has pretty decent success, I guess, off the Rays, but the Rays are playing really good baseball right now. I understand that they didn't play well in Cincinnati, but if you take out those 3 games, they've been playing pretty damn good baseball. Even without Wander and Kiermaier and stuff like that, they put up runs yesterday. I think they do the same today, and Corey Kluber's been pretty damn good for them. So at plus money with the home dog, I got to take it.
I disagree. I'm definitely on Boston here. Chris, fuck off. Chris Sale's back, but he is on a 85 pitch count, if I'm not mistaken. So you can only count on him for, 4 innings? But we all know Chris Sale is an ace, but it's his first start back. Who knows what we'll expect. Regardless, I think Chris Sale is still has the edge over Corey Kluber. I don't really like Corey Kluber. Even though I know that he's having a pretty good year, I don't like him. Does anyone know update on Rafael Devers?
He's in the lineup.
Okay.
Perfect. That means the Boston will have 5 lefties in their starting lineup tonight. Not that Kluber's terrible against lefties. He's okay. But lefty bats are better against righty pitchers as a whole. And whoops, clicked on the wrong thing. Also, Boston's bullpen completely rested. Of their 3 or 4 favorite arms, none of them have thrown in the last couple days. So Boston's bullpen's in great shape. I will be going 2 bets here. Boston money line at -120. Let's put a half on that, and then Boston first 5 team total over 1.5 at -130. I think they get to Kluber early for another half. Prop Beaver, what are your thoughts?
So I'm not in love with this game, but I am going to put a half unit on the Rays first 5 money line at +112. This is just a pure fade of Chris Sale. I don't know if anybody saw his outbreak during his last minor start, but in that AAA start, his only AAA start, he went 3 2/3 innings, allowed 3 hits, 1 earned run, 5 walks, and caused $1,000 in damages to the minor league dugout. He is a piece of shit. I was listening to a lot of Boston beat reporters actually talking about Chris Sale, and none of them are very confident that he's going to return back to form. I don't like him to return back to form today. And if you look at the Rays, they've been hitting lefties a lot better than they've been hitting righties. Corey Kluber, on the other hand, yes, what is it? He has faced Boston. He's had 1 good start. He's had 1 bad start. This is a direct rematch, I know. But in terms of a spot, he's much better at home. And not only that, but at home versus left-handed batters is his best spot. The guy's owning a 493 OPS in those spots, along with a 0.88 whip. He's been dominant in those spots. And I just really like the Rays to get to Chris Sale here. I don't like Chris Sale, just like you don't like Corey Kluber. I think Chris Sale's a piece of shit, and I have no problem fading him here.
All right, well, you're both wrong there, 100%. Okay, cool. Boston will be up 4 runs at least by the end of the 5th inning. This is going to be a white
I'll take
top.
that bet.
Yeah.
Next game, I put it in there, even though I'm pretty sure I might be the only one with a bet. It's the doubleheader. It's White Sox as Guardians. Yeah. I actually have a bet for it that I don't hate, and it's only going to be a half unit. But, I'll say it once. I've said it once. I've said it several times, and I'll keep saying it. I don't care if Cleveland scored 8 runs last night. I don't trust this lineup. And now they got to try hitting Dylan Cease, who, it's kind of a crime that he's not an all-star, by the way. Cease has been good as hell. Absolute savage. He should be an all-star. Yeah. The White Sox have the much better bullpen recently. Their ace on the mound, coming off a loss. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and lay the 1.5 here for a half unit. Chicago White Sox -1.5 at +100 for 0.5 units. Only a half unit, so obviously I can't sit here and be like, oh, I love it. But the only reason it's a half unit is because it's a doubleheader game. It's not because I don't like the bet.
I'll actually tail you on that as well. I'll do the White Sox -1.5 +100 half unit. Main reason I'm going to do that is because I tried this yesterday, but normally the team that loses the first game of a doubleheader wins the second. And the White Sox lost the first game of their doubleheader today. They have their ace on the mound, and now they're going against Connor Pilkington, who's looked good at some points and has looked absolutely dreadful at some points. But if you know the White Sox, they're good at one thing: hitting lefties. And Connor Pilkington is no exception. The man's a lefty. It's his rookie season. At +100, I'm not really afraid of putting a half a unit on it, especially with the White Sox bullpen performing better as of late.
Toast, you want to make it 3 for 3?
No, not at all.
All right. What do you like?
I don't really like doubleheaders. I don't really want anything to do with this game, to be dead honest with you. So, yeah, there's my pass.
Fair. He uses a pass. All right. In his defense, he always he doesn't bet. None of us really do. He doesn't like betting doubleheaders, so he usually rides that horse. Next game.
Also, Beaver, have you looked at like the doubleheader stats? Because I'm seeing like 50, like under 60%, like that teams win both. So it's kind of like a coin flip.
I always thought it was the most likely outcome was a split, but I haven't looked at what the numbers are this year. I just meant like in general.
I was talking just this year. It's been kind of weird.
It's a weird year.
Well, we're due for some regression, baby. That's what that means.
We're due for some fucking regression.
I didn't know if you had looked or not. I wasn't trying to be a dick. I apologize.
It sounded like you were being a dick to Prop Beaver.
I was, but I didn't mean to.
Nah, yeah, Toast was trying to fucking bully me.
All right, anyway, next game. An NL East. Why did I put nicotine gum in? I gotta talk. Force of habit. I pop these things like Skittles. Hey, haven't smoked a cigarette in many, many years.
There we go. There we go,
yeah,
kid.
Thank you, Prop Beaver. So Mets at Braves. The Mets steal Game 1 of this series in Atlanta. And you know what? I'll start. I don't see how we don't play the Mets here. I mean, I'm taking the plus 1.5 at -120 for 0.75 units, but this price is just crazy to me. All right, so we want to talk about the Mets bats being cold, right? Mets scored just 11 runs in their last 4 games. So, I mean, they're not lighting up the scoreboard. You want to know how many runs the Braves have scored in the last 4 games? 11. The Braves bats aren't lighting anything up either. Yes, Spencer Strider is better than David Peterson, but the fact that I could get 1.5 with a top 3 or 4 team in the NL at -120, I have to take it. In the last 2, another thing. So David Peterson's a lefty. In the last 2 weeks, the Braves are 22nd in the MLB at OPS against left-handed pitching. So Braves aren't even hitting lefties like they were earlier in the year. This price just seems out of this world to me. Happy to take the Mets plus 1.5. Toast, go second.
I agree with you with the price, but I just can't get there. If they had Diaz, I would go there, but Diaz worked the last 3 days in a row. He's definitely not going to be available for them today, and he's their all-star closer. So I ended up doing the Braves and the Giants money line parlay for 0.75 units at plus 119.
Braves, Giants money line parlay plus 119 for 0.75, you said?
Yes, please.
There you go. All right, another parlay from Toast there. What about Mr. Beaver?
Listen, I hate fading my Mets for a second straight day, but I'm going to go with the Braves first 5 run line at -135, and I'm putting a full unit on it.
Whoa.
Yes, I hate this spot for the Mets. Spencer Strider has been excellent. This is a guy that, if you look at some of his expected numbers, he's already in the top ranks of pitchers in this league. And over his last 3 starts, the guy's got a 343 OPS, a 45.5 K percentage, and a 0.61 whip. He is dominant right now. And I just simply don't know if the Mets are going to be able to hit that fastball. Mets are, 5/9 of that Mets lineup are going to be left-handed batters. He's even better against left-handed batters. He's just been flat out dominant lately. I have no intentions of fading him, but you know who I do have intentions of fading? David Peterson. I hate David Peterson. I don't like him at all. I don't think he's relatively all that good. And he doesn't have good numbers against this Atlanta lineup either. 366 OBP, 902 OPS. He had 3 starts against the Braves since 2021 in those starts. 1-1, 8.53 ERA, 1.74 whip. He's not a guy I trust with all the walk issues that he has. And he looked decent, but not amazing in his last 2 starts against Texas and Cincinnati. There's a reason that when the money came in on Atlanta, they shifted the hell out of this line. I'm going to be betting with the Braves here in the first 5.
All right. Bad bet, but okay.
Cool.
The Braves aren't going to hit. They can't hit lefties. They suck.
They just need to get 1 run.
You think the Mets are going to get blanked?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Look at their numbers against right-handed pitching lately. Sheesh. Not good. They've actually been better against lefties.
Look at the Braves' numbers against lefties.
All right, they just need to get 1 run. This is a guy they've seen, known, and lit up. I'm not worried about it.
All right, next game. Brewers at Twins. This is a weird one. Beaver, why don't you start us off on this one?
All right, so we got another full unit on this one. I'm going with the Twins money line at -145. I think they have the edge in 3 different directions here. We got Jason Alexander pitching for Milwaukee. And the book is out on Jason Alexander. Buddy looks like absolute dog shit lately. He's coming off a heinous start against the Cubs where he went 5 innings, allowed 6 earned runs, 8 hits. That's not good. And looking at his last 5 games overall, we're talking about a guy with a 7 ERA, a 918 OPS, and that's pitiful. Now he's facing 4 left-handed batters in the Minnesota lineup where he's been even worse. And let's look at Minnesota over the last week. 2nd in OPS, 2nd in WRC+, and 1st in hard hit percentage. I expect them to rock this kid with a full lineup today of Jorge Polanco, Correa, Buxton, Arias. They should be lighting this dude up. And then Josh Winder. I honestly didn't know what to think of Josh Winder. You're a big fan of his, apparently, after the last time he pitched. You were telling me how good he is. He's looked decent in his last 2 starts, returning to the majors. He's slightly better at home, and he's much better against lefties. There's going to be 5 of those in that Milwaukee lineup, and the Milwaukee Brewers, who were back 2 weeks ago, are really not back. Look over the last week. 18th OPS, 17th WRC+, 29th hard hit percentage, and they just lost 4 of their past 6 games at home against the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Chicago Cubs. Even the bullpen for Minnesota has been better. We got Josh Hader getting lit up here and there. So I just think that this is a great bet here. I'm going to go with Minnesota for a full unit.
I'm on the other side. I'm with the Brew Crew, and it's so yeah. I'll give you that. Josh Winder is more reliable starter than Jason Alexander. I'll give you that. Twins have been tattooing the baseball. I'll give you that. Both teams just had yesterday off, and a day off has a way of cooling off some hot bats sometimes. But really, the reason I like Milwaukee here is for the reason you said. They just lost back-to-back series against 2 shitty, well, not shitty, the Cubs are right, but against the Cubs and the Pirates. They can't afford to lose both these games. They have a 2-game series in Minnesota. This is the team they're battling with. The Brewers are the best team in the NL Central. Maybe the Cardinals. I don't know. But anyway, they can't afford to lose these 2 games. I think they're coming out hot tonight because I think they know they need to win this one. I'm taking the Brewers in a desperation spot here. And I like that price. Milwaukee money line plus 125. I'll put 0.75 on it.
The Brewers stock.
I'll take the Twins on the money line for 1.5 units. I think you're kind of crazy. The Brewers are 15-15 their last 30 games, so I have a hard time believing they're just going to turn on a switch here because they feel like they need to win. They haven't been doing it the last 30 games. And then if you take a look at the Twins at home, they do play a little bit better at their home. And if you look at the OPS, Arise with a 928 OPS at home, Buxton 979, Correa 859, and then even at the bottom of the lineup, guys like Polanco 834 OPS at home, Gio Urshela 770 OPS at home. I think this is a smash spot for the Twins, and they continue to score runs 6, 7, 5, 8, 8, 6. Their last 6 or 7 games. I'm all over the Twins tonight.
Yeah, the Twins haven't played anyone in their division in mad long, though.
What do you mean? They just played 2 series against the Guardians.
Oh my God! No, not the Twins. Not the Twins. My bad. I was thinking this was a division rivalry, but it's not. They're in the AL Central, not the NL. All right, next game. Dodgers at Cardinals.
I heard that.
I hate this game. I'll start though. Let me start. I'm just putting half a unit on the under of 9. And it's really as simple as this. The Cards have gone under their last 9 to 10 games. The Dodgers have gone under their last 6 to 8 games with 2 pushes. Matt Liberatore, he's on and off, but when he's at home, he's actually been quite good. So I like backing him a little bit there in terms of that. And then Mitch White has excellent numbers against the St. Louis lineup. 155 OBP, 310 OPS, and a 37.5 K percentage. That's quite impressive. He's better on the road. And the main thing that I also like about this is the bullpens. St. Louis is first in just about every category over the last 2 weeks. Meanwhile, the Dodgers are in the top 10. So I feel like as long as the first 2 starting pitchers don't get lit up, I think the under of 9 has a good chance here. That's at minus 120, by the way. I
appreciate that.
I don't want to steal baby units.
I'll go second. So I have 3 bets on this game.
Holy
and all right, so at first glance, you guys, everyone might be thinking like, oh, the Dodgers are back, right? Seven straight wins, 2 consecutive sweeps. But I feel like we at least have to acknowledge the fact that those 7 straight wins, those 2 sweeps, were both at home against the Rockies and the Cubs. 2 lineups that don't necessarily kill the ball on the road. Yeah, the Dodgers put up 11 runs on Sunday, but before that, 4 runs, 4 runs, 5 runs, 2 runs, 2 runs. I mean, yeah, the Dodgers look good. They're starting to win again. Well, it's not like they ever stopped winning, but there was a little bit of a slump in there. But they're not crushing the ball like the Dodgers. Not putting up these huge numbers like the Dodgers have done in the past. Is that enough? Are these last 7 games enough for you to start laying big time prices on the road against other good NL teams? I don't think it is. So here are my 3 bets here. Let's see if they can copy and paste. There we go. St. Louis plus 1.5 at minus 118. That's half unit. St. Louis team total over 3.5. Half unit. That's at minus 120. Dodgers team total under 4.5. Plus 100. Half unit. Sharper than a blade here. Toast, go ahead. Pick the Dodgers.
Dodgers minus 1.5 at plus 100 for 0.75 units. That's the only way you play the Dodgers. You'd rather play them on the money line. So your point, I mean, you might as well play the Cardinals on the money line. That's just a crazy bet. Anyway, look, Liberatore has good numbers at home. He has the last 2 starts against Pittsburgh and Milwaukee, and that was in late May when Milwaukee really wasn't playing well. And Mitch White has been pretty solid for the Dodgers. So it's just, I can't get behind the Padres. The Cardinals right now, I understand that they've won their last 2 games, but is Philly really that good? And in those 4 games, Philly scored, 6-7 runs total? 4, 6, 7 runs total. So, I'm all over the Dodgers today.
All right.
One thing I will say is Matt Liberatore, if you follow a pattern of his starts, it's good start, horrible start. Good start, horrible start. He just had a great start against Atlanta. I know that goes against my own bet, but I still like the under. Could be a horrible start for Mr. Liberatore today.
All right. Next up is Orioles at Cubs. Jordan Lyle versus Aaron Sampson. Toast, why don't you start this one out?
Adrian Sampson.
What did I say?
Aaron.
Whatever. A. Sampson. Who gives a shit?
Hey. I'm just going to make one small bet here. It's going to be the Cubs first 5 minus 0.5 at plus 105 for a half a unit. And the only reason is I'm sure everybody's going to be loving them some Baltimore Orioles. I get all that. But Jordan Lyles has seen the Cubs 2 times. Or the last 2 times he's seen the Cubs, he's given up 14 earned runs in less than 4 innings. So I'm just going to play off of that.
I missed the odds on that. Hold on, I'm looking
Plus 105 for a half a unit.
Okay, plus 105 for a half unit. Prop Beaver, go ahead.
All right, I'm going with the over 9 here at minus 115. I'm putting 0.75 units on that. First of all, seeing the starting pitching matchup already made me want to go to the over. But then when I looked at some of these bullpen numbers, the Cubs bullpen's actually improved lately, still not doing too hot. But that Baltimore bullpen that was just carrying Baltimore 2 weeks ago is now in the bottom 10 of most categories, including hard hit percentage. There's going to be some windy conditions in Chicago today. And this will definitely be my Dinger Tuesday pick. I'll pick something in this game. So I like that. Jordan Lyles, as Mr. Toastman was saying, gets lit up by the Cubs. And now you got Adrian Sampson, who he's up and down, but he's going to be seeing about 5 lefties tonight. He's much worse versus lefties. I think there will be runs galore in this game, so I'm just going to bet on that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking the Orioles money line. It's simple. There, it's at a plus 108 or 109. What do I have it? 108. They've won 8 straight games. The Cubs have lost 4 in a row. And I believe, what was it? In 7 of the last 9 Cubs games, they scored 3 runs or less. Some of those were 1 or even 0, I believe, too. I mean, the Orioles are hot and the Cubs are not. I know I hate the games where it feels like the books are telling me who I should bet, and it feels a little bit like that right here. But I'm not bailing on the Orioles train after 8 straight wins. Let's go. Give me that plus money. Next game coming. Tigers at Royals. I'll start. I just have a really, really small little half-unit bet. Shit. Tigers bats have solid numbers against lefties recently, but didn't they just see a lefty last night and they screwed us? So
we know you're taking Bubich. Just say it.
No, I'm not actually.
Oh, that's your boy.
Not here.
That is your boy.
I'll take a Detroit first 5 money line at plus 104. Tigers have been hitting lefties recently. It makes it really tough, especially with Bo Brisk on the road. But here's the thing. Bo Brisk actually had a nice start his last time out, which was on the road. I believe it was against the White Sox. He threw 6 scoreless. If Bo Brisk comes even close to that kind of performance, Detroit first 5 money line should hit with ease. Tigers first 5 money line plus 104, and that's for a half unit.
You can just copy and paste that right over to mine because I have the same bet as you. And if you just really quickly on Bo, the 2 bad starts he had on the road at Boston, obviously that's a hard spot, and at Arizona, and at the time Arizona was playing really well. So, I'm all over Detroit today with you.
Yeah, put me for a half unit for the Detroit money line. I'm going to just go full game because I would like to take even more of an edge with how bad Casey's bullpen has been and how good Detroit's has been. This is really simple. I like Bo Brisk a lot. I know he kind of got roughed up after some really good starts against the Yankees and Toronto, but I feel like Bo is back. The man's coming off that Chicago start. He looked good. He looked confident. And yes, while he did face KC the start before Chicago and gave up 6 hits and 3 earned runs through 6 innings pitched, I feel like he's going to be able to adjust game plan against this lineup better and come out with a better effort today. Bubich does kind of own the Tigers. I'm not going to sit here and lie. He really does. His last 6 starts against them since 2021, 2-0, 1.69 ERA. It's quite solid. He also owned them both times this year. So that's why I'm going to go with the full game in hopes that maybe that KC bullpen slips. As long as Gregory Soto doesn't come in this game, I'll be a happy man. That man is ass.
All right. He's on my fantasy team, but I think I may have benched Soto now because of his recent poor play.
He should be executed.
That's a little extreme. Next game. Oakland at Texas. Caprielin versus Martinez. Let's see what I did. Oh, I know what I did for this one. Alright, so you may remember yesterday I came out with a SGP, my red hot same game parlays for this one. I did Texas plus 1.5 plus over 6.5 that cashed. And I'm going back to another same game parlay here. Strictly because I refuse to bet Oakland, but the Texas price is too high. So for this one, I did Texas Rangers money line with parlayed with Oakland team total under 4.5. That's teased up from 3.5. That's a same game parlay at minus 110 for 0.75 units. Oakland sucks. No, there's no further description needed. They need Billy Bean back. Go ahead, Toast. Beaver. I don't care. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go. So I followed in the weird SGP train with Kyle here, but I went with a little bit of a different one. I went with the Rangers plus 2.5, and I also went with each team over 2.5 runs in an SGP. You could get that for plus 120, putting a half unit on that. The Athletics actually tend to score a lot of runs when they play this Rangers team, so I like what I'm seeing from that standpoint. And then when I'm doing the line readings, they like the under in this game, which is, yet again, so weird to me because in my mind, this should fly over. And they also like the Athletics from what I'm reading in terms of the line movement. So I don't really want to bet that, quite frankly. So if the A's are going to win, I don't think they're going to win by 3. That would be a bit nuts. And if the A's do win, I think they're going to score at least 3 runs here. And the Rangers bullpen has been solid, but Glenn Otto is just about as bad as they come. So I honestly don't really care for this game. I just wanted to create some value and put a half unit bet up because I don't want to pass.
You said that was plus 120, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. I think Toast's computer froze.
He looks good.
He's just stuck.
Yeah, bro. Toast, stop staring at Kyle. Fucking weird, bro.
All right, next game. Padres at Rockies. I'll start us off again. All right, so that almost comeback last night by the Rockies, I think, is a good indicator of what we're going to see tonight here. The Rockies are usually pretty good at Coors Field. They've been a pretty solid bet there for a couple of years now. Padres just hit them up early, and Rockies couldn't make it back. Now, I know that San Diego has the clear-cut pitching advantage here with Clevenger against Gomer. But here's the thing. The Padres have not hit left-handed bats well at all. In fact, in the last 2 weeks, they're 28th in Major League Baseball at hitting lefties, at OPS versus left-handed pitching. So not only have they struggled against lefties, they've been straight-up awful against lefties recently. I think this is the perfect spot for a good start from Austin Gomer. So I was searching of the best way to bet that, and I found it right here. I'm putting a full unit on this, too, because I really do like it. Taking San Diego, team total, under 5.5. That's at plus 100. Under 5.5. I'm putting a full unit on that. Are they going to score a couple runs on the Rockies bullpen? Yeah, probably. But I honestly think Gomer's going to have a good start here just because of how bad the Padres have been against lefties.
Yeah. I actually have the same idea as you. I kind of did it in a different way. Rockies also stink against right-handed pitching, and I expect Mike Clevenger to actually have a really good start here. I like the spot for him. So one of the picks I'm going with is the first 5 under 6 at minus 115. I'm going to put 0.75 units on that one. I just think that Gomer, if you look at him, he's got a 569 OPS against his Padres lineup. In his 4 starts against the Padres in 2021, he was 1-1 with a 2.21 ERA, a 0.98 WHIP. And in his 2 home starts against the Padres, he was 1-0 with a 0 ERA and a 0.6 WHIP. So he's dominated the Padres over his past few years. And the thing that I like that's working for him is, as you said, lefties. Padres can't hit lefties. Last 7 opposing left-handed pitchers against the Padres have bitched him for 1.63 ERA and a 0.95 WHIP. That's not impressive at all. And then on the other side, you got Mike Clevenger, who I really like in this start. He's in a great spot because he's been sharper on the road thus far, and he's also been much better against righties thus far. He's going to be seeing 7 in that lineup tonight. No Chris Bryant for the Rockies. Colorado against right-handed pitching since June. 26 in OPS, 27th in WRC+, and this is for my next bet, the 10th highest K percentage. Add to the plays for me, Mike Clevenger over 4.5 Ks at plus 105. I'm going to be playing that for 0.75 units. Against his current lineup, man, he owns a 34.8 K percentage. That's very, very high. And in his 2 previous starts with the Rockies, where he only went 4 and 5 innings, he had 8 and 6 strikeouts. So I think this is a bit too low here. I'm projecting him to get at least 5 innings here. And not only does he have a higher K percentage against righties, which he's going to be seeing a ton of, but he also has a higher K percentage on the road. Everything's working for him in terms of splits. And then if you look at the last 8 of 11 right-handed pitchers to go to Coors, they've all hit this mark. And they just allowed Mitch White, who's not even a K guy, Ryan Papua, don't know how to pronounce that scrub's name, not even a K guy, and then Zach Allen to get 7. I think there's a lot of value here. Clevenger's hit in his past 5 of 6 with over 60-plus pitches thrown.
Damn, a long-winded response there. 2 bets.
Yeah.
2.75 bets. Toast, let me make sure your sound is working. Give me a test.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Sorry about that.
Yep, you're good.
I'm just going to go the same bet as you yesterday. Beaver alluded to all the facts. I'm just going to go Padres first 5, minus 0.5, minus 115 for 0.75 units. So, just don't really trust Gomber. Hasn't looked fantastic at home. I'm a big Clevenger fan.
Okay, so sorry. So you got Padres first 5 run line, cool. Now, I'm gonna drop the graphics back to the last game real quick if you wanted to shoot because we didn't get your pick up. It was Oakland at Texas.
Yeah, I just played the over, whatever it is now, over 8.5 minus 120 for 0.75 units. I'm sure Beaver talked about all of the ways that these guys should be scoring runs.
They
and whatnot.
should be scoring runs.
Obviously, his both.
I just don't like how the books are making this an under game because all the money's on the over.
Yeah, the book said that yesterday too.
They did say that yesterday. I know, Toast. I know. I'm just a little scared. Are they going to miss 2 days in a row?
I don't know.
Yep.
My SGP yesterday had the over, so I'm not sweating it.
Yeah, but you
altered
the over. You took 2 runs or 3 runs off the over. Bro.
Silence, bro. Silence. We have 2 more games. Jesus.
Kill you.
Astros at Angels. Toast, you're back. Why don't you you just did 2 games in a row? Beaver, why don't you go?
I'm going Angels first 5 money line at plus 100, and I'm putting 0.75 units on it. I love this spot for the Angels. They're going to be seeing Luis Garcia for the 2nd time this year. And in his previous start against them, he let up 3 earned runs, 5 bases, and a home run. I don't know. I'm not the biggest Luis Garcia guy. He's got a 1.45 whip in his last 6 starts against them. He's coming off a dreadful start against the KC Royals. And he's much worse versus left-handed batters. He's going to be seeing 6 of those in that Los Angeles lineup. While Los Angeles has been terrible on the road batting, they've actually been somewhat decent at home. 12th in OPS, 12th in WRC plus, Jesus Christ, since June. So I like the spot for them. And then Noah Syndergaard, I mean, he owned the Astros the last time he saw them. Now they're without Brantley, Alvarez. And if you look at him at home against right-handed batters, he's been nothing short of dominant. I hate Thor too. This guy's an absolute clown, trashing on the Mets when he's on a sorry-ass team. But I'm going to back him here. I want no part of the full game because I want no part of the Angels bullpen.
You suck, Beaver. This is a horrible bet. This is a terrible bet.
You're talking to a man who simply doesn't care.
A man with nothing to lose besides that 0.75 unit. Toast.
That's at plus 100, sir. That's at plus 100.
What are you talking about? First 5 money line?
Yeah.
I'm looking at it, bro. I'll give you your plus 100. It loses. It's gonna lose anyway. Who cares?
All right. No, that's fine.
It's minus 0.75 unit is what it is. Like, who cares what the price is?
Word.
Toast, tell him while he's incorrect. Oh no, did we lose Toast again?
This guy.
Yeah, we lost him.
He's listening to us talk on his own phone. What is this guy doing? I hear myself.
All right, I'm just gonna go. Anyway, so I will. Is he talking right now? Yeah. Okay.
I can't tell.
Anyway, so sorry about that. The internet connection in Alaska sucks sometimes. So I don't even know if Beaver said this in his incoherent ramblings, but it does look a little bit like a trap. This minus 127 line for you. Yo, did I interrupt you when you were speaking?
No, but I'm going to interrupt you because it's a trap. And I don't appreciate you talking shit on my pick like it's a lost pick already. Go into the trap.
It is a loss, bro. That is a loss.
Walk 2 feet in, bro.
All right, so this is Beaver probably said, I didn't listen. I was too busy just shaking it off. But he probably said something about Syndergaard's been good as hell at home. Look at this dude's last 2 starts at home. Let's pull him up. Let's pull him up together. You know what? Can I do a screen share real quick so we can ask? Here it is. Here's a screen share. Last 2 starts at home. Syndergaard, home against the White Sox. 6 hits, 1 walk through. Okay, that's not even terrible. It's not good. It's not even terrible. How about this guy right here? Great game out of the guard here, huh? 7 1/3, 8 hits, 5 runs against the Royals at home. 2 dingers, couple walks. This man
lineup has a bunch of lefties. What does the Astros lineup lack? Lefties.
The Astros lineup is a bunch of all-stars. You're comparing the Astros and the Royals? Because of lefties? This is the Houston Astros, bro. All right, anyway. So I have 2 bets in this game.
Yeah, go.
Beaver lost. He lost this argument. He lost his bets. So I'm going Houston, money line, minus 127. Playing that at 0.75 unit. I'm also taking the first 5 under 4.5, which I believe is at minus 125 for a half unit. Those are what waiting. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Kyle, those 2 games you pointed out, he won the first 5 against the Royals and then pushed the first 5 against the White Sox. So what are we talking about?
We're talking about he's not good at home. This is the Houston Astros against the Angels. You know, to win a first 5 money line, you have to score a run, right? This team sucks. Yeah.
They're going to score 2 or 3.
Oh, my God. You couldn't be more wrong. You could not be more wrong in this. Okay, anyway. I guess Toast isn't coming back. So, I guess let's switch to...
Oh, no, he's coming. He's coming.
Oh, here he comes. He's coming back. Toast,
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys.
Sound is working.
Yeah, Beaver's absolutely crazy. Syndergaard's been a fucking sieve at home. Do not bet the Angels.
All right, Toast, you're up. Tell us what you're betting.
Astros money line minus 125 for a full unit. Obviously, Rockabye Baby Garcia has been absolutely phenomenal. He's coming off a very bad start. Beaver, I introduced the Astros as the bad guys of the world. I know when the good and bad spots are. Tell me, when's the last time the Angels won a game when Thor started? Go ahead.
Vietnam, but he's won multiple first 5s in that time period.
Thank you.
He's won multiple first 5s in that time period. Multiple first 5s.
White Sox, Royals, Texas. He had trouble with all of them, and even with no Alvarez or Brantley, guys like Altuve, Tucker, Gurriel, Pena, all will do damage tonight.
He won all of those first 5s, by the way, that you just named. All of them. He pushed one of them. 2-0-1 in those. If you want to trash me full game, I'll take a trash in full game, but I'm not taking a trash for this first 5. That's a great bet. And it's
you're not taking. You don't have to take a trash. What you will take is a minus 0.75 unit.
It might have decent value, but it's not a great bet when you're betting the Angels, bro.
Yeah. I'm bringing out the butterfly net. You guys are in a trap. You've been trapped. Congratulations.
Last game, we've made it this far. You can tell we're starting to get sick of each other's faces. We've been talking way too long.
Yeah, I want to kill you.
Diamondbacks at Giants. I hit a SGP in this game, believe it or not. Last one, the SGP Lord. Oh my God, I forgot to write down. Someone else go first. I forgot to write down my bet for this one.
Toast, go first, please.
I parlayed the Giants and the Braves in a money line. So I think it's kind of hard to not like the Giants. Like I said yesterday, if you're going to bet the Giants, you can bet them here, actually, whatever the line. If it's plus money, I'll take it. It's actually no way. Oh, yeah. Giants minus 1.5 at plus 100 for a half a unit as well, just on this game. Logan Webb at home, always phenomenal. And if you take a look at the Giants, when they have won, they've won by 2 runs or more, 9 of their last 11 or something like that. So a little half unit play on the Giants to redeem themselves. Plus, Keuchel is just garbage.
You know what? I'll just go second because I'm going to do the same thing. Minus 1.5, plus 100, half unit. Same thing for me.
All right, so I'm going to do the same thing, put that for a half a unit. And then I'm also going to go with the Giants' first 5 team total over 2.5 at plus 105. I'll put I'm not going to back down of what I wrote. 0.75 units I'll put on that. Dallas Keuchel stinks, smelly booty hole. He is one of the worst, if not one of the worst starter in the league. This guy has been absolutely terrible. 5 straight starts for Keuchel. He's let opponents hit this mark. And meanwhile, San Francisco Giants in the last 4 or 6 games versus lefties, they've been hitting it. We just saw them absolutely demolish Mackenzie Gore. And I think they're gonna demolish Dallas Keuchel. This Giants lineup should be pissed. I watched that game last night. They had a lot of opportunities to win. They just blew it. This should be a game that the Giants come back and beat the Diamondbacks' ass. On top of it, that Diamondbacks bullpen was looking shaky as all hell. Mantiply looked awful. And they used a good port. He did. He looked awful. I wanted to go and hit him with a club, but I can't
wish
quite
you
think
guys
it.
could have heard Bieber's voice in the 8th inning when the bases were loaded for the Giants. It was awesome.
Yeah, I was not a happy man. Last 6 starting left-handed pitchers against the Giants: 1.63 WHIP, 7.16 ERA. Logan Webb at home. Put it all together, and you got a nice winning game. Give me that.
I'm actually going to add one more bet to mine. I'm sticking with the half unit with Toast. But I'm also going to, and I know the value sucks, but I'm going to take the San Francisco first 5 run line on the run line. It's at minus 145 for me. So I'm going to put 0.75 on it. But, that with Dallas Keuchel, how can you not? How can you not?
The only thing that worries me there is how Webb is not good against lefties. That's the only thing that worries me there. But personally, I still think that the Giants could put up 4 or 5 runs in this first 5 frames. So
with Webb on the mound and even and the Giants facing Keuchel, it's just I don't know. Even at minus 145, I can't visualize it not hitting. So gotta add it. Yeah. You know what I'll probably do there is one of those bets where it's Giants first 5 in full game. You know how they do those on DraftKings, Beaver? It's Giants should be winning after 5 and to win the full game, and you could usually combine some of the odds to get it a little little lower. So that's probably what
that was minus 115 when I looked earlier today.
Oh, okay. See, that's what I'm saying. I'll probably do that. Damn, minus 115. That's nice. That's probably what I'll do. Okay.
Why don't you just change it now? Save yourself 30
it's too late. I've already committed. So now, I actually have 3 parlays. I'm only going to give out one on the show because, just got to save the others for the VIPs. So let me get the slate ready here so I can type parlays for everybody. I know Toast has a hit parlay.
I don't. I have Dinger Tuesday.
Dinger Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you give out several people to hit a home run or just one?
One. I'm gonna give out. Yeah, I just do one. So I'm trying to find the odds right now. Hold on, one second.
Don't steal my pick. Don't steal my pick, or I'll come and
Beaver,
jump
if you have your pick, why don't you go ahead and give it?
Yeah, take it, Beaver.
All right,
so I'm going with, right?
I'm going with Anthony Santander. Okay. I love this guy. Toast was one of the guys that put me onto him, but every time I see this guy, he smashes the ball. And if you look at his recent game logs, he hasn't smashed in quite a while. It's been about, 8 or 9 games since he's hit a home run. This guy has so much more power than that. In terms of a spot, he's hitting more home runs off of righties. He's hitting more home runs on the road, and he's hitting more home runs at night. Simply put, I just think he's really due here, and at a plus 350 price, I'll pay it. So that's my Dinger Tuesday pick. I think there'll be a lot of runs for it in this game, as I said earlier with my over pick. So going with
I have a Dinger Tuesday. Oh, sorry. I have a Dinger Tuesday pick. I have a Dinger Tuesday pick also. I'm going to give mine out. Mr. Javi Baez is going yah tonight.
Okay.
I don't have the odds for it, though. I could get it in 2 seconds. Is that on a specific book, this Dinger Tuesday?
Yeah, it has to be on FanDuel.
Ugh. All right, I'll get the odds in a second. Toast, give out yours.
So mine is going to be Adley Rutschman from the Orioles at plus 520. And one just really quickly about Dinger Tuesday, guys. You got to pick a game that you think is going to be home runs in, because you get $5 for every home run hit in that game. So tonight in Wrigley, the winds are 13 miles an hour blowing out in a game that we think is going to go over. Just something to think about as well.
Mine was plus 340 for Javi Baez. Just looked. Okay, Toast. And what was yours again?
Adley Rutschman.
I don't even know who the hell that is.
He's the new star for the Orioles. He's their new young catcher.
Rutschman.
How do you know who Adley Rutschman is, bro?
Bro, I look at team stats, not individual stats.
Come on.
Blah, 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 blah. Let me find this guy here.
He's the moon. Good kid.
I'm not seeing this guy here. Oh, here he is. His name's spelled funny.
It is weird, isn't it?
Something like that. What are the odds on that?
Plus 520.
Plus 520. All right, so those are the Dinger Tuesdays. And then it's the only thing left is my parlay, which is this. Let me go back over to that screen. I got. Ooh, do I want to add some? Do I want to make it more juicy? Yeah, I'm making it more juicy. 2 dogs that neither of my co-hosts agree with. Makes it even better when it hits. Mets moneyline, Brewers moneyline. Neither of them like it. They both love the Twins and they like the Braves. Good. What's that? Plus 527. That's what I'll go with. All the money's on the other side in both games. 2 teams that would love a win here. Actually, who wouldn't love a win? But so that is my parlay. All right. Finally got through that. Thanks everyone for watching. So coming up, we're doing shows for NFL future bets and college football. I have a lot of college football stuff coming, so stay tuned. Yeah, a ton of stuff coming. And we're starting all new live shows September 1st, so there's going to be a weekly... you know what? You'll see it, because I'm making like a commercial for it, so you'll be able to see exactly when to watch, when to tune in to see different stuff. A lot of shit talking, a lot of fun. It's all going to be, obviously, betting content, but it's going to be like more shit talking and open. Instead of us being like this, we'll be sitting in the same room, maybe even drinking beers, talking shit to each other, so it'll be funny. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Loaded slate tonight. Let's get our bets in. And when we speak tomorrow, maybe an early episode, I'll let you know on Twitter because there's early games. When we speak tomorrow, hopefully we all have a fatter bank account. Everyone have a great night and thanks for tuning in.